we're just about to leave Florence now. It's been a really fun like day and a half because it's like not even 9 in the morning we're about to leave. And this whole place has been really good. And the view, well, not that you can really see with the glare, but anyway. Florence is cool. It's much, well, there's so much English speaking people. That's one of the things that we definitely noticed. So many of them. The buses, I'll see if I can film the buses for you because they're the most miniature little things ever. It's adorable. But yeah, it's been a really good stay. This Airbnb, I think, apart from the bathroom, just the tiniest shower I've ever seen. I need to film this for like my own record. But like this shower, so you can see, this is the entranceway. It's tiny. But yeah, like it's kind of, it's a bit vintagey. It could do with a little bit of an update, but like the space in general is really good. And considering we're here for like 2 nights, like we can cope with a tiny shower. Yeah, so it's been good. And Niccolo has been awesome as a host. He's been so informative and just really, really helpful and genuinely there for you, which makes a massive difference as well when you're in a foreign country and you don't speak the language or anything. But yeah, we're about to go on an Italo train on first class because we got discounts on that, so I was like, hell yes. So yeah, let's go to Venice. Anytime that you're on one of these long distance trains, do make sure to just like chill out, put on some music and look out the window, because we travelled during winter and this was the first time that we saw snow in Italy, and it's actually just gorgeous. And when you're on the train through cities, you can just see like different sides of cities and just the way that things are laid out in Italy. It's actually just beautiful, so make sure to try and enjoy that and spot some chateaus which are just dotted around the country absolutely casually. They're beautiful, and as soon as like you are seeing the ports over there, you know that you're getting close to Venice. And we were lucky enough to arrive on a beautifully sunny day. One thing definitely worth noting is that there are so many bridges and stairs, and there's not really easy ways to get around Venice. So if you are on a long journey, make sure that you've got suitcases that you can easily lift yourself, because my gosh, do you get a workout. But also the place is beautiful, and luckily Brandon carried my bags around for a whole bunch of the time too, which was also really useful. They get things around in Venice as well through these little funny pulley things and on boats. It's a very strange and interesting system. I do recommend you check out that stuff when you're there because it's very, very unusual. We're now officially at the Airbnb and Brandon is putting his stuff away, so I'll just face the other way. And it's a cute little place. I don't know if we're actually sharing the space with other people. It seems that we are, so must have read that completely wrong because on the thing I was looking for private. But now we're going to get some lunch because I'm hungry. And what else are we doing? We're going to see, well, the city, I guess. We'll walk around because it's sunny. It's a beautiful day, so looking forward to that. Welcome to Venice when everything's a back street. Thank goodness for GPS. I've got a pizza place here. Oh, I thought it was vegan pizza for a second. Sad. Look at the dial on that. Then we made our way up to the Rialto Bridge, which is probably the most famous place in all of Venice, in terms of bridges anyway. And it's a gorgeously designed bridge which has got all of these amazing shops on it. So you've got a juxtaposition of like really old established shops with these touristy places. There's these one-off items. Everything's just really interesting, and of course there's the beautiful view off the side, which I'll show you in just a moment. But take a look in some of these windows, maybe buy something if you can. One other thing that you need to note as well, of course, because this is such a touristy place, there are lots of pickpockets around, so make sure to keep an eye on your bags, but also admire the view at the same time. It's gorgeous and we loved it. Yeah, our vegan menu. Right there. Cool, let's just hop on in.
Yep, absolutely. Got it.
We actually got to lunch really late, so this was just before they closed their lunch service, and all of this stuff is vegan, but you know that you're at a very, very fancy place when it's plated like this, and the prices certainly reflect it. I mean, like, the food was pretty good. I can't find the exact items, but I'll also have linked and listed down below the actual website to go check them out. I definitely do know that my dish was the gnocchi though, and that was actually pretty good. But I know that Brandon also left feeling hungry, but something else that you might want to look at is the walls. It's covered in these pictures of all the people that have visited over the years. It's got a very much well-established vibe, and it definitely reflects that in the price. So if you're after somewhere cheap, I don't really recommend this place. Oh, hell yeah! Aww. I love this sort of stuff. We walked a fair distance to go to the Basilica di Santa Giovanni e Paolo. I'm sorry that I'm butchering the pronunciation of that, but something that you need to know is you can't actually take pictures inside, but my gosh, this place was stunning inside. The stained glass windows that you see from the outside and that place that was kind of cordoned off, oh my gosh, it's actually mind-blowingly beautiful. You'll be able to find some pictures on the internet that they've approved of, but you should honestly just go there in person. It took us a good, hour. It took us over an hour to just have a look around and just enjoy the place. It's stunningly beautiful. Even if you're not religious, I really recommend going. It's like you go down one street and then suddenly the amazing marble church. So after a super long day of traveling from one city to another and lugging around our super heavy luggage over a ton of bridges, because that is something that Venice definitely specializes in, along with very skinny corridors to travel between, we wanted to wander up to the northeastern side of the actual city and have a look at the gorgeous buildings, because this is a bit more of a historic area and there's beautiful places to just take great pictures and very Instagram worthy places to go as well. We ended up at Gam Gam Bar Restaurante, and it's a kosher restaurant, but it also has a whole bunch of vegan stuff as well. And this lemonade that you see on the side, along with some very nice fresh bread, I must say. The lemonade though is the best lemonade that either of us have ever tried. Just don't even get anything else. I think we had like 2 glasses each of that. It was so good. And so this meze platter, yeah, I want to eat this again, like right now. It's so good. If you're gonna get anything, get this off the menu. I had couscous and roasted vegetables, and Brandon had some pasta, which I forgot to film. Welcome. This is our new Airbnb. Yeah, it's interesting. I accidentally didn't check it close enough because we're actually sharing the place with other people. We haven't met them yet. But we did just actually discover that we look out, like, there aren't proper curtains. So we have curtains, and then we've got duct tape with a bit of fabric, and then there's still gaps, and there's a bridge right over there. We're right on the water, which is fabulous. It's gorgeous, but that also means that people can see you at night time. This one legit doesn't even have anything. It's just hello everyone that's bobbing along on the water. I'll show you in the morning. Pretty cool with the mirror, so I will not complain about that. So you can just check your outfit in the morning, make sure you actually do look okay. And then you have just a couple of couches, kitchen. Sorry, we've just done some washing because obviously traveling between cities all the time, you need to do washing. So after a long day of traveling from Florence to Venice, walking around half of Venice, exploring the place, and yeah, it's definitely time for me to just paint these terrible claws. Oh, by the way, for the food for today, I will have to say the place that we showed you for lunch, I actually don't really recommend it. It costs like 64 euros for lunch. and you saw that it was 3 dishes. We didn't even have water because I'm actually refusing to get water anywhere now because it normally costs about €3, and I'm like, just ask for tap water and you're charging €3 for tap water. I mean, like, the food was good, but Brenda was still really hungry afterwards because the portions were actually really small because it's obviously fancier, but it's rated so highly, so I'm really disappointed about that, so don't recommend that one. And when it comes to the one we've just been to for dinner, totally recommend it. It was delicious, like, especially for that starter platter. Oh, that was divine. We'll take you around most of Venice tomorrow, and I want to do a singing gondola. Someone else doesn't, but we'll see what we can actually line up because they were really cool to actually just go out on the water.